All right, guys, and we're gonna discuss today parameters, which are actions and reactions. If I make an action, ba 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 ba, yum yum yum, blah, 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 every one of those has a reaction. Blah, blah, yum 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 yum, ba 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 ba. You understand? Where are they reacting? Because that is the bottom of my parameters. If I'm in a vertical process right now, which I am, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. I'll do horizontal in a minute. But the idea is I'm up here going ba 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 ba, hung hung. Where is my reaction? Because that means I'm going to sing with one parameter here. And I'm going to sing with the other parameter wherever that reaction is. La, la, and I'm going to sing between them where there's nothing going on. It's a free zone, a dead zone between the two parameters. Here's action, here's reaction, and what's in between? Nothing. La, la, I'm in between. See? So it's easy. Now we can go through every one of these things that we use as vocalists to find the correct parameters. That's what it's all about. If I do something like this, pa, pa, so when I stopped my breath, I stopped it on my lips. Pa, pa, if I stop on the lips and sing, it's an action. Where is the reaction? Pa, 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 no. Because if I have this and this, I can sing. You know what's even better? Singing between them. Where there's nothing happening. How are you today? I'm feeling fine. Get the idea? I shouldn't have to do anything. See? You can just sing in the some people call it the dead zone because there's nothing happening. What's happening is this one, and those are the parameters that I established, and then I sang in between. Get the idea? So it's up to you really to find out. There are a whole series of actions that cause reactions, and I've got a bunch of them listed myself. And if you want to do them, you can either do them with me or look through my videos and find out. But these are things that great singers use. Like Ella Smelkor used this one. Hulla, hulla. Use that hulla before. It would cause a tremendous action here. Hulla. What is the reaction to that? See, what does it do to my throat, my pharynx, my phonation? See? Hulla, see what it does to my throat? It affects the shape of my throat, really. If I do that, I studied with him about 6 months, so I've sort of learned all these tricks from him. And if I do that, all I need to do is establish those parameters and sing between them where there's no action-reaction going on. I'm a free in here in the middle. So I go, hulla. Now know where that is? So I can sing like that. La, 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 la. Sometimes you sing something that's a little bit big and a little bit dramatic, right? And you probably shouldn't be singing that first time. But then you use this, but then Melchior said to me, you should not do what I do, and I should not do what you do. You are not a heavy tenor, you are a lyric tenor. It's big, a big one, but a lyric tenor. So do not try to do what I do. But I would never try to do what you do either. I stay down I'm comfortable in the lower ones. You are going to be comfortable in the higher ones. And I was, So I remember singing the prize song, and I'd sing between the parameters using his hulla, hulla, and I'd sing it that way. Morgendlich leuchtet im rosigen Schein, von Blüt und Duft geschwellt die Luft, von allen Wonnen nie ersonnen. When I did that, I sang between the parameters where there's really nothing going on. It's hard to explain unless you do them a little bit, but you'll go, hello, and you'll feel there's a tremendous action down here. And then I get that big reaction in my throat. My throat turns into like a megaphone. And I never was a Helden tenor, but I certainly could I wasn't covered by the orchestra, let's put it that way. That's enough. For that I was very, very grateful. All right. Now, if I'm doing some of these different ones, now one of the ones we know about, Mario Delmonico did this one. And he'd do this all the time. He said, he's trying to warm you up. I studied with him about 6 months too, and he'd go, Now, right in the hole right here. If that's the action, where's the reaction to that? I feel that I'm down here in this area, but it moves up a little bit. So I'm going to do this as my parameter down there, and then I'm going to do this as my upper parameter. I'm going to sing between them, right? La, 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 la. Get it? I can either sing on the placement here. I can either sing on the reaction if I can get this and not let it change. I can sing here. But what's going on in between those two? This wonderful area where there's no action and no reaction. All that freedom in there is going to waste. And nobody's using it. I'm just the kind of guy that will go take the easiest way out I can, and I will go and I will try to use that one absolutely if I can. See? So you go through, let's say, I'm trying to think of singers that I've known, like Richard Tucker always used the mustache. And it's funny because Corelli came along and he did a lot of this, pulling the upper lip down. And then Tabali used to do a little bit of this. And Elizabeth Schwarzkopf used it all the time. She called it the elephant trunk, like this. And it was a piece of sort of vocal technique that came down from very ancient times and sort of went like this and spread around. So singers in different parts of the world knew about it, and these are the singers that I knew. There were probably other people that used it too. But if I do the mustache and I do a breath stop, let's say I blow air like this, pa, and then I'm going to stop the air by moving it back to my upper lip, and I'm going to do this. Pa, pa, see what I did? Pa, pa, la, la, la. Ah, sì, bello che l'essere, io tua mia consorte. Now that's on the mustache. But if I sang that same phrase in the Freezone, between here and there, I'd get, ah, sì, bello che l'essere, io tua mia consorte. I mean, they're not that different that I've lost much, I don't think, and I think I can find the easier way to sing, particularly these big Verdi operas, right? There's a certain kind of spontaneity that I have if I can find these dead zones, right? The idea is that I can please the stage director because I'm so free I can stand on my head and sing. I don't have to be standing a certain way to be able to sing. Some singers can't even sing sitting down. They have to stand up in the orchestra rehearsals every time they sing, and then they sit down after they finish singing. So, but the point is that if you know what's happening in here, it wouldn't make a difference. You sing stand on your head. The only reason I didn't sing stand on my head literally was because I couldn't stand on my head. I always fall over. I do enough yoga. But the idea is that you can just do a lot of singing this way or lie on a couch or something. Absolutely. La, 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 la. See? You can sing, as long as you can establish the parameters of action and reaction, or sometimes the action's down here and the reaction's up above, and as long as you can establish action and reaction, you find the dead zone or the free zone between them, and you sing there. You can sing. I'm sure you can't. I've had some of my students sing and stand on their head. Somebody's used in I think one person has done somersaults of the stage, stuff like that, while singing. But you know, it's just beneficial to the singer to be that free. You know what I mean? La 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 la, die weiße Seele dieser Knaben, sei die mir ins Herz gegraben. Am in dies Wildnis ist bezauberschön, wie noch kein Auge je gesehen. In other words, if I want to sing lighter and easier, then I would get into one of those free zones. If I want to sing great, big, dramatic music, and I want to be heard, but I don't want to get exhausted, then I go back and look for the free zone. Right? Now, can I sing Othello or not? They offered it to me when I was 26 years old in the Hesse State Theater in Wiesbaden. And I accepted it. But I never did it because I injured myself in the summer and I couldn't do it. So I did the lyric parts, and that was such a set. Then they gave me lyric parts from the rest of the time I was there. But I also did Meistersinger and Parsifal, and also did those, what they call youthful hero parts. Jugendlicher Held. Right? So we have a zone always between an action we make and a reaction we make, and most singers get hung up by making actions that are not good ones anyway, but then they try to hold the voice in the action. You know? Let's say you want to sing gaiety, 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 young, and you hold it there. Somebody's voice, it's a good singer, it's a pity his voice is so ugly. Well, is that really the voice? What is that? So if you want to go gaiety, 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 why not look down and see what the reaction is and go gaiety, 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 and sing between them. Still sounds a lot better than that, and trying to hold the position or the placement of the voice. I mean, some singers like Pavarotti his orientation was very much on his navel, which means he was using the lower body to start with, and he would make an action with his breathing in the back and squeeze like that and get the breath to go against his navel, and then he would sing like this. See, what am I doing? He said, making an action, and the front, my navel becomes the reaction. If I want to, I can now, because the parameters are established, I can sing between them. See? La, 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 why can't I just sing like that? It's a lot easier. A lot easier, let me tell you. You find a place that you like very much, and then you stick with it. Why not? I'm a little too old to sing that one, I think, but you know, it's still fun to sing it once in a while. What the heck? The idea is that there is always a set of parameters. You cannot have an action of any kind without a reaction, without an opposite and equal reaction. So if I'm really careful about the actions I make, by golly, I've got a chance to survive. I've been singing all day today, And I sing all day, every day, and I'm always looking for the easy way, the easiest way. And my they're not always easy, but I still have fun doing them. But let's say I want to sing on my sternum. I did my breath. I use my back to instigate the breath against here. See, now I can either sing here, or I can really sing my back and go, la. So both ends of the ladder work. But what's in the middle when I do that? Now I'm going to look down inside and I'm going to find the free zone. Because there's one here, there's one action here, one action there. Now what's in between? La, la. See what I mean? So this is a nice way for people to sing where they can really enjoy themselves. And as long as you can get one of these parameters to work, and God knows whether we've got so many of them. I've got lists of them. I've got a list over here on this table. It's got 94 of them on it. Right? You think about, let's say you laugh. Where's the action? Where's the reaction? If I can find it, I can sing between those. And a laugh becomes a parameter set. Lord, I'll never be like one human and it's not in my nose. Where am I singing then? I sing with wherever the resonance goes when I sing in the free zone that is between the action and the reaction system. It sounds a little bit like gobbledygook. I know it's a little bit complicated, but you wouldn't believe when I was getting this stuff explained to me in foreign languages, about gobbledygook and getting to know some very strange vocabulary. I tell you, Helge Rosling liked to do lip clamp. So I do this. I got my lips really clamped together. I go, See, these are jumping in, look, and this jumps up. So it's a triangle right here. Now I got to find the dead zone between this action and this reaction. And there's a dead zone there. See? La 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 la. What am I doing? I'm establishing an reaction that was given to me by a great singer. And when I met him, he was 69. He had a voice like a barn. It was so huge and thrilling. In Italy, they say la voce corre. The voice is running, and he had this most running voice. They called him the Golden Sword, right? And his voice ran like crazy, and this was basically his technique. He had two things that he taught me. One was a chimpanzee. Where's the action? Where's the reaction? La, la, la. See, where did I sing? Well, I identify now. I've practiced this before, so I know it might be a little strange the first time, but it's up to you to find out when you go. Franco Corelli and George London and Jerome Hines use this almost exclusively this way. It's called the Muller maneuver. It has a medical name. Where's the action? And where's the reaction? And can you find it? Some of them are a little bit hard to find. La, la. Got it? Non mi andare, io se non lontano un giorno, io lo sorriso. Ah la 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 dolce mia fanciulla, ascolta. Oh la 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 la, oh la 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 la, oh la la. la. Now, which one am I using? I get so busy setting up parameters, and there's so many of them, sometimes I forget what I'm singing. I forget which one I'm using. And it's holding itself, just like I don't fall down. If my command stand up, I'll stand up until I give a command to sit down. So this parameter will hold, and it will hold so well that I'll forget which one I did. That's what happens when you get old, folks. You don't know what you're doing. But anyway, you're still having fun. That's the main thing, right? All right, so then as far as I know, we've done this clearly. And now we have another whole section. Maybe I'll do another video on this, because certain languages are so busy that they require actions that can cause reactions. And the first thing you know, you have a parameter set up where you don't want them to be. See, just because I say, let's say, T. They go, ta, te, ti, te, ta, 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 ta. Where's the action? Ta, 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 ta. Where's the reaction? Now, if I try to sing between that, I get, it's not a disaster, not bad, but it's much more frontal than some of the others. You know, N. Na, 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 na. Just any action-reaction system that you can get between will work for you and will become a really good, very, very solid technique, right? La, got words like gutter. I always laugh when I hear people trying to vocalize, going gotta, giddy, 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 giddy. It's one of the worst things you can do is to make that kind of action in your throat. So you cheat and go gutter, gutter, gutter. You're trying to make it mild, not so strong. The reason is the reaction to you have a double G. Look where the reaction is. So sometimes you cheat on certain words. And the famous ski slope with a tongue like this. Ha 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 ha. See, it's all the sound is going in my nose. Ha ha ha. Ski slopes make me sing nasal and give me a shallow air set. La. That's not the sound I want to make. I want a sound that's free-throated if I can get it. So I establish a free throat. Now, how am I going to sing that way? I've got to find an action somewhere that does not affect my throat in any kind of, limiting way. Because some of these actions will definitely limit the natural, easy function of your throat. That's easy as pie. See, but what action did I use? Like Frank Corelli used to talk about singing behind the glottal stroke. What's behind the glottal stroke? Where's the reaction to that? See? So why not just sing there? It's so much easier. Anyway, I can't tell if all this ease I'm looking for is because I'll be 85 in a few weeks, or it's because I was always smart and wanted to survive, and that's what lets me still sing at age 85. You understand? Because I didn't use this. I never used this. I was always using resonance up here or support down below or some combination of the two so I could sing between them. So I didn't use the throat. You don't want to use the throat at all, right? You got now, which action did I do? Think. Which one should I do? Von. The word is in. If I say in von, is it going to cause an action that reduces or interferes with a good, healthy reaction? If I was singing la, I'd go la. So I've got to find a way to sing in von that doesn't do something really different. In van, in van, in van, in van. Where's the action and where's the reaction? V, 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 v. I got a freezone in there. In van, nascondo la mia vera tortura. Anyway, I think I'll probably do another one of these, and we'll do the diction thing where you go through all these words, and all of these words are like little traps if you're not careful, right? I remember singing, translations. Things like, Oh, wie so trügerisch sind Weiberherzen, mögen sie klagen, mögen sie scherzen. Oft spielt ein Lächeln ihre Züge. In other words, this is a very, very busy language, but in a lot of places in Germany, they do it in German because they want the public to understand the word, the story. Simple. And they didn't care so much about, doing the original version and all that. They just want to please the audience. So if I sing those things, I remember an aria like Regoni d'Armonia in German, nice and easy. In Italian, nice and easy. In German was Wie sich die Bilder gleichen durch verborgene Zeichen. Die braune Floria. See what I mean? It's busier. And I didn't sing Russian. I got offered to sing at the Bolshoi and in St. Petersburg, but I didn't know Pete Dom in Russian. And it was always Pete Dom. It's a big role, big tenor, and they always need a strong tenor to sing that. And I sang it a lot in Germany. And so I was like the #1 Pete Dom tenor at that time, and most guys weren't singing it. They were smarter than me, right? And so they would ask me would I come and do it, but see, they needed somebody to do it in Russian. They did everything in Russian there. Well, that's a Russian opera, though, so I shouldn't say everything, because that's not true. They do some things in other languages, but they sing a lot of Russian, a lot of translations. Okay? All right. All the best to everybody, and good for you all.